I drank cinnamon tea every single day for 30 days to see what would happen to my body. And while some of the results were exactly what I expected, one insane discovery changed everything I thought I knew about this spice. This is what went down. All right, first things first. Why did I do this? For months, I felt terrible. I'd have good energy in the morning, but then every single day at 2 p.m., a massive wall of exhaustion would just crush me. It was that deep, tired feeling that coffee just laughs at. And with that crash came the cravings. I had this insane habit of eating sugary snacks just to survive the afternoon, which only made me crash even harder. It was a vicious cycle. On top of that, I had this constant, annoying bloating. It wasn't extreme, but it was always there, making me feel heavy and slow. I was eating healthy, I was exercising, but something was just wrong. I kept seeing cinnamon tea all over the internet, with people saying it could fix your blood sugar, your digestion, and even inflammation. It sounded way too good to be true, but honestly, I was willing to try literally anything. Could this one simple spice really fix my energy and bloating? I didn't think so, but I decided to put it to the ultimate test. 30 days of cinnamon tea. I was ready to find out if the hype was real. Before I started this challenge, I needed a simple game plan. First, the mission: drink 1 cup of cinnamon tea every single day. I decided to drink it in the afternoon, right when my energy would normally die, to see if I could stop the crash before it even started. The prep was super easy. I just boiled water and let a cinnamon stick brew for 10 minutes. I completely avoided pre-packaged tea bags because I wanted to control the quality of the cinnamon. And this brings me to the most important point of this entire video: the type of cinnamon. In my initial research, I just grabbed the first cinnamon I saw at the store. That's usually cassia cinnamon. It's the cheapest and most common kind. For the first part of this challenge, I used it without even thinking. I mean, cinnamon is cinnamon, right? Wrong. And that mistake was the biggest, most shocking twist of this entire journey. But more on that in a minute. The plan was set: 1 cup every day for 30 days. Week 1 was all about starting the new habit. The tea tasted good. It was warm, spicy, and a little sweet. But honestly, for the first few days, literally nothing happened. My energy was still a mess, and the bloating was still there. I was thinking, did I just waste my time? The only small win was that the tea stopped me from grabbing a cookie. But then week 2 hit, and this is where things get crazy. The first thing I noticed was my digestion. That annoying bloating I had, it started to disappear. It wasn't totally gone, but it was way better. My stomach just felt calmer. Seeing just one result I wanted was a huge motivator. My energy also started to level out. The afternoon slump still tried to show up, but it was a tiny dip, not a hard crash. I felt like I could push through it without needing sugar. It was a small change, but it felt massive. And hey, real quick, if you're finding this interesting, or if you've done a crazy 30-day challenge yourself, smash that subscribe button and tell me about it in the comments below. I genuinely want to hear about it. Okay, back to it. Week 3 is when I felt like I was hitting my stride. The digestive benefits were locked in. The bloating was basically gone. My entire system just felt like it was finally working right. But the biggest change was my energy and cravings. That 3 p.m. crash that used to destroy me, gone. It was replaced by steady energy all afternoon. And because my energy was stable, the insane sugar cravings completely vanished. It was like my body was finally balanced. I started reading about it, and some studies suggest cinnamon helps manage blood sugar, which could explain why I felt so much better. I was feeling amazing, and was 100% convinced I'd found a magic potion. But it was during this week that I discovered something that changed everything. By week 4, I was loving the results, but I was also trying to figure out why it was all working. And that's when I found the shocking and honestly kind of alarming truth. At the end of the 30 days, I looked at everything. Let's start with the good stuff. The results that were actually real. First, my digestion was unbelievable. That daily bloating that drove me crazy was gone. My stomach felt calm, which lines up with what people say about cinnamon's digestive benefits. Second, my energy and blood sugar felt unstoppable. Those afternoon crashes were ancient history, and because of that, the sugar cravings were gone too. This makes total sense, since a ton of research shows cinnamon can help lower blood sugar and prevent spikes. Third, I just felt less inflamed. That puffy feeling I used to have was gone. This is consistent with the fact that cinnamon is packed with antioxidants and known for being anti-inflammatory. I was so happy with these results. They were literally everything I wanted. But this is where the story takes a massive turn. This is where I have to tell you about the surprising side effect that changed my entire perspective. The biggest side effect wasn't something I felt. It was something I discovered. Remember how I said I started with regular cassia cinnamon from the store? Well, deep into week 3, I learned that cassia cinnamon has high levels of a compound called coumarin. In small doses, it's fine, but if you consume high doses regularly, it can be toxic to your liver. I was floored. Here I was, drinking this tea every day, thinking I was doing something amazing for my health when I might have been putting my liver at risk. The daily safety limit for coumarin is about 0.1 milligrams per kilogram of body weight, and just 1 or 2 teaspoons of the wrong cinnamon powder could put you over that limit. That is crazy. It turns out there's another kind of cinnamon, Ceylon cinnamon, also called true cinnamon, which has almost zero coumarin, making it much safer to use every day. The second I found this out, I threw the cassia cinnamon in the trash and immediately bought Ceylon for the rest of the challenge. This discovery was the single most important part of my 30-day experiment. It was a huge wake-up call that not all cinnamon is the same. On top of that, food safety alerts in late 2024 warned about lead contamination in certain brands of ground cinnamon, which proves you have to be careful and choose high-quality products you trust. So, after 30 days, was it worth it? Absolutely yes. The improvements in my digestion, energy, and cravings were real and made a massive difference. I feel better than I have in months. But, and this is a huge but, my enthusiastic yes comes with a critical warning. This wonder spice is not so wonderful if you're using the wrong kind. This experiment completely changed my perspective. I was just looking for a simple health hack, and I ended up learning a massive lesson. You have to understand what you're putting in your body. It's not enough to follow a trend, you have to do your homework. I would 100% recommend trying cinnamon tea, but only if you're using Ceylon cinnamon. It gives you all the incredible benefits without the risk of liver issues tied to the common cassia variety. The most surprising part of this whole challenge wasn't a physical change. It was discovering that a harmless-looking spice could hide such a significant danger. It's a powerful reminder that natural does not automatically mean safe. So what about you? Have you been using cinnamon without knowing the difference? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And if you want to see more 30-day challenges like this one, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.